Utama Concrete Industries Sdn Bhd involved in the activities of manufacturing precast reinforced concrete products. The company was established since early 1997, responding to the high demand for quality and competitive precast concrete in our construction industry. Utama Concrete was incorporated to supply the best quality precast concrete products to meet the customer demand and requirements. Utama Concrete has achieved remarkable growth through aggressive marketing and the high quality of its precast concrete products. Products that are supplied by Utama Concrete are U-drains, L-shaped unit, box culvert, telecom manhole, drainage manhole, septic tank, and other special designed precast concrete products. In this video, we will show you the behind scene on how Utama Precast Concrete is made. Follow along, we take a closer look. The process starts with engineering. Every product is created using the latest design tools, and the detailed drawing is created using a 3D computer-aided design process. Once the design is approved, they are sent to the factory. Now it's turn to assemble the rebar cage. The drawings received will be reviewed to proceed with manufacturing of the reinforcement cages and the main connections of rebar needed in casting the precast concrete. Reinforcement bar comes in a very long rod, typically 12 meter long, which is best handled in a large open area with few obstructions. Rebar first will go through cutting and bending process according to the shape and length stated in the drawing specifications. In an open area, the rebar are placed in its respective position. Then, it is tied together to form reinforcement cages before placing it in the casting mold. The casting mold should be clean and free from debris and old mortars before concrete is poured. The mold oil must be applied evenly over the mold surfaces to ease in the molding stage. The joints and edges of the molds, bolts, stoppers, tie rods, side props, and rubber seal are carefully checked to ensure they are intact and properly secure. Before fixing the rebar into the mold, the rebar size, spacing, and lap length should be in accordance with the drawings. Sufficient number of spaces with the correct sizes should be properly checked and secured to achieve the required concrete cover during casting. After checking all these items, only then the reinforcement cages can be placed into the casting mold. While preparing the casting mold, on the other side, concrete is mixed using batching plant. A batching plant is a device that combines sand, cement, gravel, water, and additive to form concrete. The concrete batch plants can be categorized into 4 parts, which are aggregate feeding, powder feeding, water, and admixture for mixing the materials conveyance and storage. When the control system of mixer is connected to an electricity source, the operation interface of the man-machine interaction will appear and the system will begin to process initialization, which includes the formula number, concrete slump, concrete grade, and productivity. Each silo and weighing hopper is tested according to the weighing system. Cement that has been weighed according to the mix design is stored in the silo. The belt conveyor is initiated to transmit the aggregate to the weighing hopper. Then the valve of the fly ash and cement tank should be opened and the screw conveyor and motor initiated to transmit them into the weighing hopper. The control valve of the water sump and admixture sump needs to be opened to make water and admixture flow into the weighing hopper. Once the weight of all material types meets the needs of specific amounts, the door of the weighing hopper is opened automatically. The materials will then be mixed by a concrete mixer. Once the setting time is over, the loading door of the concrete mixer opens and the concrete flows into a concrete mixer truck. This process is conducted very carefully since concrete must not segregate and also because the concrete must be ready and transported and then used before its preliminary setting time, which is between 30 to 45 minutes. Utama Concrete has its own concrete laboratory used to conduct the routine raw material testing and to control exact quality of each batch. This is especially important when using high-flow self-consolidating concrete. The lab collects sample cylinders used to check the compression strength and verify quality of each batch. A few checklists must be fulfilled before pouring the concrete. Once it is done, then the concrete can be placed into the mold. After the initial set, spreading and leveling of concrete surface level are carried out. In order to ensure that optimum density is obtained and specified strengths are achieved, concrete is compacted using poker vibrator. To obtain smooth surfaces finishes, trowel or float are used. Lifting hooks then is placed into the concrete and left for curing. Once the concreting work finished, curing process takes place. This process is done by observing the adequate curing time and the desired environment. Curing compound is used to prevent early age shrinkage cracks. After the minimum strength of the concrete has been achieved, striping process begins. Once the product is removed, it is then cleaned and post-pour inspection is conducted. The final product is then labeled and transported to the storage yard. The products are carefully stacked on in the yard in a neat, tidy, safe and a manner that will ease the loading process as it awaits for customers' demand. When the customer ready to receive the order, the product is loaded on the truck and properly tied down for shipping and delivery to the project site. Next, we will move on to the precast concrete installation. This video will show the installation of precast concrete panel at the entry. Next, installation of hollow core slab. Hollow core slab is to be located and installed in accordance with the drawings. It can be lifted into position using chalk chain, a grab or clamp, lifting pins, and compensator with safety chains. The installer direct the hoisted floor slab into proper position directly above the bearing surface and unhook the safety chain. After the banksman commanded, the item shall be lowered into the planned position. Before unhooking the slab from the crane, its lateral position is verified and also the length of the bearing surface.